Hello and welcome to another episode of my daily move room videos. Just something slightly different, which I wanted to do a video on. So I've been using a Fitbit watch for 5 years or so. I can't remember exactly how long, but it's been a while. So this is what I had originally. This is the Fitbit Surge, although this is not the original. I did have this replaced because I bought it from, I think it was Curry's. As you can see, the strap's slightly peeling off on that one. I found a Fitbit and they sent me a replacement, but they only send you the watch. They don't send you the charger or anything, because obviously they don't want you to go and sell the other one on. If they give you the box and everything comes with it, which is fine. I knew this was going to go, and it's got worse with time. I have not really worn this much, which I'll explain why. Top strap's fine. I think that some of the sensors are in there. I did try on the one I had previously, trying gluing it, but it's all buckled up and it wouldn't stay attached with glue, so I gave up on that. It is a known common problem, although this watch is now, I believe, been discontinued anyway. So, but it was the only one that had in the Fitbit range had GPS. They did have other watches out then, not as many as they got now, or now they've got quite a few different ones out, plus other ones they've done in the past. But this one had GPS. I did look at other makes like the Garmin, as you'll show in a second, and there's some thing that might have been it really for fitness watches. Then obviously now with this Tick watch, I think the Samsung, the Apple, although those ones, Samsung and Apple, basically more of a smartwatch, and they tend to get a day out the battery. So yeah, that's a replacement for this, but instead the strap was starting to go, it's a bit old now, and the battery isn't great. I mean, generally you can get probably 3 days possibly out of it. I've had it for a little while, so it's gone down a little bit. Plus there's the other issue, well, not the issue, but when you're using GPS, basically I think you're lucky if you get 5 hours. So I've been out when I've been to London, and when I used to use this regularly, and I'd have to basically stop it and charge up during the day just to make sure I got enough. I won't have GPS on constantly, only while I was walking. I did use to pause, so I'd like to have like a long bit of distance on there, so I'd pause it. Sometimes it would auto stop, but if it's not say more than 10 minutes, it would just say on pause, but that would still be using GPS and draining the battery. So I've been times where it's completely gone. So I wanted something better. So I moved on to the Ionic. Now this isn't charged up, by the way. So this was basically their, I won't say replacement, but it was their next sort of GPS thing they did. A lot of the ones they had before did have GPS, but they use the GPS off of the phone. This has got standalone GPS. And obviously they got other ones now, they got GPS, but yeah, this has got GPS. But this had quite a few problems. So you'll notice the strap's a bit mess and mash. I'll explain why in a second. So this is one I had originally. It doesn't power up now at all. I've tried charging it, but it's completely dead. I think it just failed in a software update or something, and it just stopped working. And I contacted Fitbit and they sent me replacements. And it wasn't, I think I had a choice of colour. They sent you to a form, I thought I googled it. I chose this one. It comes with this strap. I think that came with might come with an orange strap now. I can't remember strap. Or actually no. I think it was this. Yeah, I think it was this strap it came with. This came with a different strap, but they just sent me the watch, because I obviously got a strap already and the charger and stuff. So they just sent me the watch, and it was working fine. But the main problem with this, and a lot of people had this problem as well, was it would work for a long time, and it did actually work for a long time, and then it would stop syncing to my phone. This I never had a problem. This always synced. So I tried restarting the watch, restarting my phone. I removed it from Bluetooth from my phone. I removed it from Bluetooth connection in the app. I signed out of the app. I uninstalled and reinstalled the app. I cleared the cache and the storage on the app. Basically, anything you can think of, I tried. Usually I found restarting the phone did fix the problem. But what would happen is the watch and the phone wouldn't communicate, and it would say couldn't sync. And it would keep doing that for a bit, and then all of a sudden it would work again. And then it might work for a few weeks. And then all of a sudden it would stop working again. And now this didn't coincide with any updates on the software. The watch didn't have too many updates. So I think, okay, the update on the software to fix the problem, but it didn't. And then recently, the last few days, I managed to get this connected for about an hour, and then it just won't connect. The thing with that is it would lose time. So, because it wasn't syncing. I think if this didn't sync, it would still keep time for a bit, potentially. Obviously, if it's been off for a long time. But yeah, this wouldn't sync at all. So the time, you look at the time, you think, oh, it's 3:15 in the afternoon. It's actually like 6:30. So all your steps per hour are for the wrong hour. Because you can't sync, all your data on there, apart from being for the wrong times, is also for just basically stuck on your watch. You can't sync it to your phone. So yeah, you lose data and it messes your sleep up. It either doesn't record the sleep or the sleep time's all wrong. And I just got sort of sick after so many times. Just, I get it working again. I think that's fine. It's been a good watch, but then it stopped working again. Then it started working. And I got to the point where I thought, I've had enough of this now, and it's just been playing up more now. I did look online for other guidance and tried everything out. All the different tips people said, but it just didn't do anything. And then contact Fitbit and they go, "Oh, your phone's not compatible." But I'm using my Pixel 4a. I think it's 4a. I had a OnePlus 6 before, 6T, whichever it was. Tried with an iPhone and just wouldn't connect on there. So, and I just picked an iPhone to be supported, but it just I tried 3 different phones and it wouldn't work. I'll say it would initially connect and it would work for a bit, but it just would stop working for some reason. And you think it'd either work or it wouldn't work. So yeah, they just say phones are compatible, and I'm thinking, is it ever going to be compatible with the phone? What phones are actually compatible? Because when I went to the list, it just said these few aren't compatible, but I'm sure I saw a list in the past where it listed a load that aren't compatible, and you can search for a bit. You just think, loads of people got the phone, the 4A, lots of people got the phone, and lots of people got the Fitbit, and Google owned Fitbit now, although this was obviously before Google owned it, but this watch was made. So you think, why can't it work? What's the issue? I have headphones and other Bluetooth devices which connect fine. I have no problems with those. So why is it not connecting? Why is it not working? And I gave up in the end. I mean, I do have a lot of data on here, which is, still on my Fitbit account. I've not lost it. Obviously, I've lost what I have not been able to sync or not recorded properly. But I did try to, basically, from what I can see, I've exported everything up to about Saturday afternoon or something. I did try putting it into Garmin. You can actually import data, but it wasn't working now. I don't know if I was doing it right, if the format of the spreadsheet was correct. Because I want to import all my steps, my distance, my calories, my water, my floors, all the elevations basically. I want to import all that into there, and also, I don't think I can do the walks themselves because they're GPS. You'd have to do them all individually. A bit like with Runkeeper. I've got a lot of walks on Runkeeper where I used to use that on my phone. But yeah, so I was just basically, I've still got my Fitbit. I like Fitbit because you can earn the badges, and I've got quite a few badges. I'm earning more badges, and you got challenges. But you got badges and challenges on Garmin, so that's not really a problem. But I would like to finish more badges on Fitbit, even though some of them walk 100 miles in a day, or go up 1,000 flights of stairs, or some of the ridiculous ones they got. Ones that you think I'm never going to do. 100,000 steps in a day is ridiculous. And 10,000 steps is about 4.5 miles. So trying to get 40 miles or so in a day, or whatever, I don't know, just seems a bit difficult. I mean, obviously people do them. But yeah, I wanted a fitness tracker because I like to. I want to keep track of my steps and distance I walk, because you especially when go for a long walk, you want to know how far you've walked, and you can sort of roughly work it out if you look at a map, but you like to know, this is exactly how far I've walked, as accurate as the watch is anyway, in terms of picking the GPS up and your stride length and all that. This is how many steps I've done, this many calories burnt, and then you can actually go and see the route. I mean, my phone on Google Maps does record the route, but obviously I like to see it in the app. I mean, obviously on the maps I can see basically for a whole day my whole activity on Google where I've walked and stuff. Obviously Fitbit, if you walk around the house or not recording it on GPS, it won't actually pick that up as an activity or anything. It's only when you go into do it as either auto detect a walk, or put a walk on GPS, and it'll track your route and stuff. But yeah, I did look at other Fitbits. There was I think the Sense and the Versa, and I can't remember which one, which is more, a bit more premium. But I just thought, you know what, I'm sort of sick of it, because it just probably won't work, or it will work for a bit, and then about 3 months down the line, it'll stop syncing. And even if you search, is my phone compatible? You find things, and it might be out of date and stuff, but you don't know. And I've just too many reliability issues with them. Obviously, that strap, I figured to use this as a backup, really, because I want to record my steps and log things and stuff, but I can't use that. As I've use this, I've charged this up, and this has been my sort of backup I've been using. Even though the strap's sort of going, it still sort of works. The only thing is, by default, there's only 7 activities, and I did go and change them, because obviously I took this off the app, and when I re-added it to the app, you can actually remove some of those exercises and change them and put walk and stuff on there. So I tried to do that, take off the ones and just put walk, run and cycle. No ones I mainly use. I'm not going to use it for those anymore. And it sort of showed on there, but then when I went back to activities, it just defaulted back to the 7, and I tried again, and then I went back in, and it was showing the 3 on the app, but then it wasn't connecting to the phone, connected to the watch, so it wasn't transferring those over. So it was updating the app, but it wasn't it was updating the watch for the time and stuff and transferring the data over, but it wasn't doing the thing. So I was having to put stuff as hikes. That had the same limitations, but they did change it, so I had all the activities on the watch, so I could get to walk on there. And this might cut off in a minute, so I might have to do an edit, because my phone says it got too hot. But yeah, so you add all the activities on there rather than having to put the ones on you want. But yeah, it's basically useless. And I did buy some of the straps. These are cheap third-party straps. They're not the same quality, but I just wanted some different straps. But some of these obviously got different colours here, as you can see. Pink, which I wasn't necessarily going to wear. Some of these do stay in, so I use the white ones. At one point, they clip in. That's a fixed strap. That's a clipping strap, and that's the thing with Fitbits. They all have different straps. They all have different charging things. That's like a magnet thing which attaches to the back. That thing clips in, and it's not great. And you've got ones that go round the side. Like everyone seems to have a different charging device, every connection, every watch, and different strap thing. And yeah, I just don't like these straps as well. That one's probably a bit more irritating. But yeah, because this has come like loose, and it wasn't staying connected properly. So I swapped it for the yellow strap, but even the yellow strap, because it's cheap, they're just plasticky and they don't stay in very well. And some of them, these don't stay in at all. Some stay in a little bit, and some do work. But I think only like one of these or two of these work properly. I think the white one works okay, but they don't really stay in. And you knock the watch and the strap comes loose. You're walking along, this watch could fall off. So I basically what I do. So I think I replaced this one. This is the one, yeah. So that's the one I took off. I put the small, because it comes with a small strap and a large strap. That you basically, because the strap doesn't come off, you have a small strap or large strap only. This comes with both because you can take them off. So I've used a small strap from that, because the yellow bit of that one didn't stay on. I've used the big strap from that. I'm sorry, so again. Yeah, I used the small strap for that bit, and I didn't use small for that bit because it would be too tight on my wrist. So I left the yellow bit on, that seems to sound a bit better. But yeah, still a bit tight. So yeah, it's got to be comfortable, but as I've not been wearing it. And I thought there's some other straps because it's a bit of variety, different colour, and it goes better with the silver than it did with that. But yeah, so I've basically given up that. I don't trust Fitbit. So I was looking at other ones, and I say the Samsung ones, a bit more expensive. Apple, I don't have an Apple phone, and they really only last a day. And there's a tick watch and other things, and there's a few different ones. Anyway, I looked at Garmin because that was initially was going to get a Garmin originally if I didn't get a Fitbit. So yeah, I picked up a Garmin. I was looking at a couple of ones. You got things like the Phoenix, I think it's called, which is like £400-500 or to 1,000. It's really fancy. It's got loads of stuff on there. Then you've got the one I got, which is the Viva Active 4. You got the Forerunner, which is a bit like this, but it doesn't have a touch screen, and for some reason it doesn't have an altimeter, so it doesn't track you. Although it picks up the elevation outside on the GPS, if you're just walking about generally upstairs and up hills and not using GPS, it won't pick up. Basically, if you won't register you're going up any stairs, which Fitbit does. So I wanted something with that, and also the Forerunner didn't have a touch screen. I think it was buttons only. So yeah, that's what I was going to get, but someone said, about the Viva Active, so I looked at that, and it's got 2 buttons on there, it's got a touch screen, and it's got an altimeter, and it's got other stuff on there as well. So I was looking to get one. I looked on Amazon, and it was £215, but I did find they did it's called renewed, but it's refurbished unit, as you can see, and it was £175. Now, I wouldn't normally buy a refurbished one, because you don't know. I mean, you expect it to be like as new condition, like no scratches or anything, and the battery to be basically as new. But you're never 100% sure what the quality's going to be like, or how it's being used. If someone just bought it, didn't like it, and returned it back to Amazon, obviously they're not going to sell it as new. But I didn't want to spend extra £40 just potentially something that would be slightly newer and stuff. So I went with a refurbished one. They only had one colour, the grey silver, which is probably the colour I would have gone for, and it was the large size. So this was delivered by Amazon. It wasn't sold by Amazon themselves. It was sold through Amazon, but by another company. And I've been from one. Basically, they email you a code, and I don't know if they've done it before, but if it's an expensive item, they email you a code. If I can open this. Yeah, that's like that. And then you have to give the code to the driver just to make sure, or you can get someone to give the code to the driver. It doesn't have to be you, but you can't do it over the intercom or over the phone, just so they know they give it to the right person. So this is not the box it would have come in. I don't know what box it would come in. I assume it's the same as you'd get. So it comes in this little bubble wrap envelope. It's not powered on anything. I'm not going to do a review of it or anything. I'm just going to just show it. So it comes with a charging cable, although not a plug, but I'll use a plug thing from my Fitbit. Doesn't look like an overlong cable, but it should be all right. It seems similar to that one for connection, but I'm assuming it's probably a better fit. So yeah, it basically looks like brand new, and it comes to the thing on the screen. It's got 2 buttons, and it's round, so it looks more like a watch, which I was looking for really. The strap's better, so it should be easier to replace. I think quick release, and you can get other straps. Now you can get a screen protector. You can get one that goes completely over, or a clear plastic thing. One that goes over, just cover the whole thing, because if you knock it or something, it won't, not going to damage the side, but obviously it makes it a bit more bulky and a bit more pounding, more screen, more difficult to use. And so I'm probably going to get a protector, get something just to put on there. I'm not going to leave this on, obviously, because it's a bit of plastic, but I'm guessing that goes on there because the screen is slightly raised from there. So yeah, it's a much nicer watch, and it's got so much more features on there. The 250 per hour thing, which I do on the Fitbit, don't necessarily think that's on here, but there might be something similar. What I do like is when I like water, on the Fitbit you can do it on the watch, but there's a set size, like small, medium, large, and you can't change it. And I tend to either, like if I was drinking my water bottle, I'd have a litre. If I was drinking a pint of water, 5, 6, 8 millilitres. And if I was drinking, when I was at work in the office, I have a cup of like 200 ml. So I'd have to go and put them in manually. But this, you can change the cup sizes, specify them, so I can have like small, medium, large, set them to what I want, and I can just like add small cup or medium cup, and it'll put the right amount in. So yeah, it's not charged up. What I'm going to do is use mode 1 to midnight to get my stats for the day. Then I'll have this charged up, and then I'll start using this after midnight. Because if I do sing that and get my data on Garmin, it does say the data for the day. If you do something on the Garmin, that overrides any other data. So if I import Fitbit data for today, it will be lost. So if I start this at midnight, then I've no Fitbit data for that day. For the first day I use this, and then Fitbit data for the previous day will be transferred. Should be transferred over. If I won't work out how to do it, and it won't be a problem. I won't lose what I've done today, although I've not done much. Hopefully this battery will last out for today. I think my phone's going to run out of space in a moment. But yeah, and with the renewed, you've got a sort of guarantee for a year to return it anytime you want. Yeah, I'm looking forward to using this. They have to get used to the app and the dashboard online and the features on this and stuff, but I think I'll probably enjoy this more, and if I can get all my Fitbit data onto here, then I've got a good ground base for a lot of my data, which I've accumulated over the last few years. So yeah, that's just I'll say quick, a little bit longer, but it's not really a video. I just wanted to talk about my experience Fitbit in this. So yeah, I'm looking forward to watching this, and I might do an update in the future, just my thoughts once I've used it for a bit, how I'm finding getting things. So I want to be careful with the screen as well, because I know the Hawaii watch, someone's got one, and the screen got cracked on that. And this Gorilla Glass 3, but it scratched. You probably noticed another edit there. So I was recording almost near the end of the video, and the phone tried to get warm again and stop recording. I have to get on to Amazon about this because it's getting a bit ridiculous now. The phone keeps overheating. But I was just saying, yeah, the Huawei watch screen got cracked. So although it's a Gorilla Glass 3, it's not immune to being damaged. I mean, I've got probably mild scratches on that one and the other one. But so I might just get a protector for it. It's like with this phone, I should have got one for that, because my other phone had one on OnePlus, put them on by default. Didn't put one on this, and there's a slight scuff on the screen. I did get a screen protector, but I haven't put it on yet. Yeah, so I think I was a bit blasé, really. You're used to having a screen protector on my other phone by default, but I'm probably have to get this one returned. Although I've had it 10 months, 11 months, so it's within the 12 months. But yeah, it keeps overheating, so I just need to get it replaced, because it shouldn't be overheating. But yeah, so I'll probably get a look protector for this, just so it gives the screen a bit more protection in terms of not necessarily scratching. Sorry, not in terms of cracking, but in terms of scratching and things. Just so it's better. I don't actually. I was going to see if I could power this on, but I don't think there's any power in there. Usually there's some power in there, but I might be refurbished one. But yeah, that's all I wanted to show and say. It comes to the manual and stuff. So although I've watched a few videos on this and reviews, so I kind of got the idea how it works. But there'll be little bits of stuff here and there that I'll need to learn, because it's got a lot more stuff on there than the Fitbit. So it's a bit more nuance to learn and stuff. But yeah, but that's it for this video anyway. I'll probably do an update in the comes time on how I'm finding this watch, and then give my thoughts on it. But yeah, that's it for today's episode. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again soon.